Hi, Kelly. So I wanted to give you a quick little tutorial just for you to have this week in case there's anything you need to do this week grammatically on the site that you want to update. So the way that it works, like over here, you'll see site, and this is like your main pages on the site. And then each main page, see how right now we're on the home page? You can click into page tab, and that lets you get deeper into the parts of the actual page. Now, pages are broken down into canvases, as you see this line right here. So each section on the site is a canvas. So this top section is main header, and then you can see the second one is second nav, and then about us, work with us. So each one is a separate canvas that you can click into. I want to make something more extensive for you for later, but just to let you have a way to make some quick changes this week if you need to do any text changes. This is a text box. So when you click on a text box, it highlights just like in many other apps, and you just double click, you can make edits to it. What I would do is make sure that the text box is just dragged down at the end right below it. So if you add to it and it's right here, I would just drag it down below just to keep everything clean, because if you don't, you can't click on it unless the box is like, it won't click on this area. So just for your sanity throughout, I would just try to keep the text box right under the copy. And if it's way too long, then things can get overlapped later on, and that gets a pain too. So that is how you will do text boxes. If you move something or, undo is also down here, or redo. I try not to make too many edits right now if they don't have to do with text, just to be safe. When something has these lines like this, it's a site canvas. That means this is on more than one page, because this part about all of these therapies is on the home page as well as on the about page. And a site canvas, when you change something on a site canvas, it will change in all locations. So if we change it on the home page, you just click on where it says, if we change on here, it will change in every instance through the site. So you only have to change it once. I hope that makes sense, but you have to click into these in order to change them. So you just click on that little blue block box and you can click in further. Let me see what else you may need to, these are all the same. These are text boxes. I'm trying to think what you might need to do more quickly this week. I think it's mostly going to be text boxes. Again, to get like to another page, if you're done with the home page and you want to do something on another page, remember you have to go back into the site tab over here, click on that, and then you can get into a deeper page, a different page on the site. Same thing, text boxes. Okay, so also, if you say you type this way longer and it went past, see this line right here, remember it's the canvas line. If you need to make a canvas longer, you go over here on the cursor and you just move it down. So that will help you move the canvas up and down. Once you get the hang of it, it's really simple. And also, anytime you change something, this is a big thing. You want to remember you have to go make sure it looks okay on the mobile. So down here, I usually have both pulled up at the same time. If you click on this icon, it just shows you desktop. If you click on this icon, it just shows you mobile. If you click on this, it will let you see both at the same time. So you can make sure as you change this section and, add or subtract or whatever, you then come over to the mobile and you just make sure it looks good on mobile as well. Drag this down on mobile if you need to. You just have to polish them separately on both. And you'll notice they're laid out a little differently to accommodate both. Let's see. Now the way that I did the providers, I had to do this a little different. I would say maybe don't do any changes on the provider's info yet. Let me change info on that because I had to set it up a little differently for how it worked functionally on mobile and on desktop. So these are site canvases. We can talk more about those, but see how like if you do provider's desktop, I have one set up for desktop and I have a provider set up for mobile. So here's the desktop. This is where you'll change all the desktop info. And then if you scroll down, you see provider's mobile. So it's two separate ones. So if you do change information, you have to change desktop separately from how you'll change mobile. So for now, just let me change them and then we can talk about that Friday and I can make you a video on that as well. So I hope this helps. I don't think you'll have too much more that you need to do immediately in the short term. And then what I can do is make you short little videos for kind of some of the things you might run up against while you have the site and have to make little updates. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.